I thought I would do a trade deadline special, kind of talking about how the moves throughout MLB and the Braves, and watch the Phillies and Tigers at the same time, because there's supposed to rain in my area all week long, and those pop-up storms and all that stuff are not a fun thing for weather and technology. So and the Braves winning on a Sunday, finally breaking their 10-game losing streak on Sunday, and winning first rubber game since May 18th in Boston. So thought it'd be a good time to do it. Let me share this real quick. And I realized that everybody's mad about everything. Ozuna and Iglesias not being traded. I was very surprised by Iglesias. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like he's been lights out by any means. He had 5 blown saves and a 5.65 ERA before the 2 saves in the Cincinnati series, with one very good one and then the scary one in the Speedway Classic tonight. So there's a little bit of that as well. So yes, it's a little surprising, but not really, because the other pieces that we had as a choice, I mean, yes, you probably could have gotten a lot for Pierce Johnson, but with a with a $7.5 million option for next year, I believe 7. That's not terrible, and the belief is that the Braves are going to contend next year. Marcell Ozuna, he has a bad hip, so, and wasn't exactly tearing the cover off the ball. Yeah, he had a good series in Kansas City, but again, there probably wasn't a robust market, given that the Arizona Diamondbacks said they struggled finding a comparable package for the best hitter on the market in baseball, in Eugenio Suarez. Hi guys. So that's not exactly conducive, and Alex Anthopoulos said that he's not just going to give some people away, even though selfishly I would like to see guys like my favorite color is red. Yeah, really, really fun to see Eli. The Eli White game, the Luke Williams defensive play was huge. Selfishly, though, I would have liked to seen some of the younger guys out of the bullpen. Maybe Loria or Hayden Harris for sure, because Hayden Harris is a Rule 5 guy. So I think he needs to be on the roster because he's just been amazing in Gwinnett. So maybe that'll happen. Kinley has gotten. I don't know that I have a favorite move. Let's see. Favorite movie right now, Lilo and Stitch, the live version. I have a lot of movies that I like, but that's the favorite movie right now. So selfishly, I would have liked to seen some of the younger guys, and maybe we'll make that happen as we get further. But Hurst and Waldrop coming today in the emergency situation, picking up his first win in a crazy situation. What was it? 5 2/3, 1 run, and coming in second and third, or first and second, and then getting a double steal right away. That's got to be great confidence. And I know a lot of people on Twitter were like, why didn't we call Waldrop up for the Didier Fuentes and things of that nature? But Waldrop was struggling mightily a lot during Gwinnett, and he finally has gotten some confidence. My day is going a lot better now that the Braves broke the Sunday Blues, the 10-game losing streak, and the rubber game, and winning the Speedway Classic and all that stuff has made my day a lot better, and we finally won in my Love Win shirt. And Michael Harris and Ozzie Albies looking more like themselves. I think that's the best thing for this year. I think that's the best thing for this year, that they are, no, I do not sing, but getting Michael Harris confidence back, and I think that what is it, $7 million option for Ozzie is getting a little easier to definitely pick up. I do think the Braves need more depth and versatility so that when Michael Harris or Ozzie or anybody is struggling, that you can go to a more viable options. Not to say that Eli White's been bad or anything, but constantly having Luke Williams and different guys that aren't getting a lot of playing time and a lot of looks, that are used to it. It's just gonna be a lot easier. My favorite singer, I like a lot of country singers. Thomas Rhett, Cody Johnson, blah, blah, blah. Ashley McBride, those type. But I think Tyler Kinley, I was speaking about him. Panthers draft class, very excited. Except for the fact that I wish we would have drafted a linebacker or two. Just because we don't have a lot of depth there. And Josie Jewell having to cut Josie Jewell because of concussion issues. I did not like that. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. But I'm very cautiously optimistic. I think this is the most excited I've been for Panthers season for a while. Yeah, Michael's only 24, that is for sure. I didn't speak on Tyler Kinley. I like that. Yeah, he should. Waldrop should definitely make more starts. Sorry, guys, I'm hopping around trying to catch all your questions. Well, it's alive, so I'm trying to answer all your questions, everybody's questions. I don't. I definitely. It's a. Waldrop definitely should make another start. I really like the way his splitter looked today. What religion am I? I definitely believe in God. I'll go with that. And but remember, this is sports live and sports questions and all that stuff. So I know everybody was mad that we didn't do more at the trade deadline, like offloading. But it's not like everybody was pretty much underperforming. So it wasn't like we were going to get a lot. No worries. Yeah, I don't mind answering those different type of questions. I just don't want to get too far off track. But yeah, I really excited about the Panthers. Really, and I think Tyler Kinley. I keep going to him. Yeah, go ahead. Um, Tyler Kinley, obviously, you don't like the bases loaded, but it's not like he's getting tattooed or anything. And I like his stuff. I think he's just one that we might ask to trust his fastball a little more, but he does like his slider. And thank goodness for Luke Williams today. But the stuff is good for Tyler Kinley, and I think that could be a sneaky piece. Sneaky piece in the bullpen if he can like calm down and find his footing. Because being in Colorado for that long, you kind of have to trust your pitches and what they do. I know he was better on the road, so hopefully he can settle in a little bit more. Yes, Eli White did it all today with that saving play at the wall for sure. Eli White has been one of the better stories of 2025 with a lot of them not being great. I'm really happy for Eli White. I would say yes. But I don't know. I don't know how the numbers look, and I don't know. With the injuries and whatnot, I would hope so, but it's a little different situation. So I'm a little. Yes, we will and we should, but I don't know what the numbers look like. I would hope I'm going to heaven, but given what I say about my sports teams when they're not good, I don't know. But yeah, that's the way I'm gonna go with that. And yes, very nice pick by Luke Williams and Ozzie in the 8th inning. Luke Williams has shown some nice signs, getting a little bit regular at bats and in the bigger situations, so that's really good for him as well. But I know everybody's mad about the trade deadline and not doing a lot of things, but the reality is we're here because we underperformed, injuries, and just like the value's not going to be there if you underperform and are injured. That's just like easy to say, I think. But and I don't mind the longer questions. Easy to say, I think, but the reality is the reality. Yeah, Riley, I don't think his abdominal issue was completely healed. And I think that's partly why he struggled so much coming back. What are my thoughts on Acuna's injury? I'm glad we avoided a disaster with his Achilles. I hope we slow play it. We got lucky. We should have not played him when he had the discomfort. But luckily we got lucky, and it's not as bad as we all feared. But I really hope we slow play it for sure. Christopher Sanchez is absolutely nasty for the Phillies, and the Tigers back on track a little bit, winning 5 of 6 after the 12 of 13. I really like what the Phillies did at the trade deadline, and that hurts to say because I'm never going to like the Mets or the Phillies or the Marlins or any of the divisional opponents, but I think I like what the Phillies did more, honestly, because Duran is under control until 2028. I thought the Twins could have done a little bit, asked for maybe one more. Yes, I have been to church. But I think the Twins did nicely, but I think they could have asked a little bit more for Duran given how good he is. But 4-6 is a pretty steep price. And Harrison Bader, solid. And they definitely needed that. But the 2028 thing, and that's where it's a little iffy or more for the Mets because it's a great bullpen, don't get me wrong, but what they gave up for Tyler Rogers, and it was a lot, and he's a free agent after this year. Not to say that they can't re-sign him and still be good. And Hazley, well, this is a sports stream, so if you're bored, you should probably go. But I appreciate the support and stuff. But you don't have to apologize. Just yeah. But I don't know where I was, but I think the Mets did a nice job. I just think they might have overpaid a little bit, maybe. I like the Cedric Mullins edition. I like all of their editions. I just don't know how it's all going to jive. And obviously, the Padres doing what the Padres did is quite insane. That's called pushing all your chips in the middle, and I appreciate that. Yes, I said that I have. Yeah, I have been to church, for sure. But the Padres doing what they did, getting Mason Miller 5 years of control. If they win the World Series in the next couple of years, and maybe it's going to be worth it, but that is a steep price. But their lineup is very deep, much deeper now with Laureano and yeah, Joseph, we won a championship this year. The trophy for the Speedway Classic was a bit excessive, but I loved it. And I've read passages, but I haven't read it all, for sure. But Laureano's a really good addition for the Padres, I think, because it's an extra year, $4 million option. You know me, and I like options. The question that I posed yesterday on Twitter was, would you re-up Iglesias for a 1 year, $7 to $12 million? And it was like 55 no, 45 yes, and a lot if he's not the closer. I like how he's been more aggressive lately, just going with his fastball. So I don't know the question. It depends on the value there, but yeah, I would love to upgrade the bullpen. But I think we found something in Joey Wentz, what he's been able to do in a Braves uniform, and I did not realize until I looked that he is under control until 2029. Yeah, I think it depends on the price. I probably wouldn't do $16 million again. And like I said, I think that Iglesias being willing to do different roles would be another factor as well. That was a heck of a play by Ibanez there on the fleet of foot turner. But yeah, I think that's an interesting question. But it's funny, everything that's gone wrong this year, but you still look at it and you say, if you cut those 1-run losses in half, we're right in the thing. And I appreciate the vibes are still very solid. Yeah, I feel bad when I do things bad. That's for sure. But I think that um there's a lot of things, that annoying things that happened this year, but I think getting to see possibly Hurston Waldrop more, to see what you got, Alex Lodesky, taking the first two big league games by storm, 3 for 4, 3 RBIs in his first, and then the RBI, the leadoff double in his second game. He did strike out 3 times, but no chase in his second game, and you got the pieces starting to like look good in the minors, so that really helps things. And I think Alex Lodesky could crack it early next year, if not even earlier. I mean, if he makes that big of an impression in spring training, I would not mind. And well, it is a baseball game at a racetrack, so uh everything's important to me. Sports are up there. Everything, families up there. All that stuff. But I mean, it is a baseball game at a racetrack, and the way things and the way things were going, I think it's very important that it got in. It was fun, and I mean, if the one thing that was annoying was the camera angle, then I think we're on the track of a good thing. Obviously, you can't do anything about. Bryce Harper might be getting on a heater, which would be pretty ideal for. I said both are very important to me. Everything's important to me, so I'm just gonna go with that. I think those lids were pretty awesome, and I want one. I actually want one of the helmets. That's cool, for sure. But I think that, I mean, I love that the Braves are still fighting, and yes, it's annoying, and the way our pitching staffs got injured, that's just something you can't even fathom if you tried. So that's what it is. Yeah, Uncle Charlie pitching for the Dodgers, or I mean the Tigers. The fastball to Harper on the first pitch, maybe not the right one, but it's great that we finally are getting. Thank you, I appreciate it. I think that it's finally fun that go Braves always, and I think it's finally fun that we have prospects to watch and to have fun with, and to watch their development and things of that nature, and obviously take the good things from what's happening with the major league roster, even if it's not a lot. Charlie Morton with a cue ball shot for JT Realmuto. And look, not that I want the Yankees to do poorly, because my uncle works for them and all that. But them playing poorly and all their mental mistakes and all of that has taken the heat off of us, and our very, very not Braves-like year. So that's kind of a good thing in a way. So that's great. In that way, I thought the Yankees actually had a great trade deadline. I was very happy with it for them. I mean, Doval being under control through 2028, but then they kind of all imploded. at the wrong time. I have not attended, not this year. I have attended maybe four or five Knights games. And I have not attended any Cannonballer games yet, but it's just been a weird year with a lot of stuff going on. So no, I haven't gotten to do a lot of that stuff, but through TV, yeah, I've watched the Savannah Bananas and all the sports I can. The Charlotte Hornets making me slightly excited as well with the Summer League Championship. That's fun. So I think good vibes. Obviously, the Braves not great, but like I said, I think we're kind of reshaping it. Like Joey Wentz, I think could be a very, very critical swingman piece. That would be really awesome. That's fair. I thought the Red Sox could have. I know I'm jumping around here, but I want to make sure I hit a lot of the stuff at the trade deadline. I thought the Red Sox could have done more at the trade deadline, like a Nathaniel Lowe. But they could honestly have a Braves 2021 type run where they just kind of cobble everything together, and Devers was a clearly me guy, and they had the prospects to be able to come up and cover and be exciting, and Alex Cora is one of the best managers. I do like the addition of Steven Matz, and I know the Nationals blew it up. I just thought that they would do more in terms of like Nathaniel Lowe and Josh Bell still being there. That's a little weird to me. Christopher Sanchez is absolutely nasty. A strikeout of Riley Green, who has struggled since the All-Star break and the All-Star game, but absolutely nasty. That changeup is just exploding. But yeah, I thought the Nationals could have blown it up a little bit more. But I get it. I understand a lot of their moves, and I think it should be interesting how they do the manager and different things going forward. Firing Mike Rizzo like a day before the draft, I think it was. It's a little interesting. And I got to give a tip the cap to the Fighting Fish. Obviously, I don't like them because they're in our division, but seeing a team kind of find their way is kind of fun. And just play spoiler and play pesky, and who knows, they could make a real run. And Kyle Stowers, that could be their franchise aircraft carrier, and that's a heck of a trade for them, and maybe a bad one for the Orioles. But I'm very surprised by the Twins. But I guess you have to when you're $440 million in debt. I didn't realize it was that bad. But to trade 10 people, I'm surprised they traded. They traded Nick Fortes too, I believe, to the Rays. But yeah, I think they didn't do too much, which is completely fair because I think they've got a good good core coming up as well. Augustine Ramirez, Idol Lopez, Xavier Edwards, obviously Kyle Stowers, Bednar. I'm kind of surprised, but not really. And that they didn't trade Sanchez. Alcantara. They might trade him this offseason, but I think they've got a good stable of arms as well. So that's going to be an interesting one to follow for years to come. And I think the A's did a nice job. I mean, I'm sure they didn't expect to trade Mason Miller, but when you get an offer like they did, I don't think you can necessarily pass that up. Getting the third best prospect in baseball, being a shortstop, and things of that nature. So I think that's very important. And that was another quick inning by Christopher Sanchez there. I'm surprised that the Astros are struggling as bad as they are, but they have a ton of injuries. Jeremy Pena again tweaked his hamstring. Carlos Correa. I didn't realize Carlos Correa didn't have as many power numbers or just like an overall. I guess I didn't realize that, but that AL West wild card and AL West and the NL West is gonna be very, very interesting. Because I mean the Dodgers are still the Dodgers, but with what the Padres did, although it's one of those things where you make so many moves, too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak, maybe, with like trying to keep everybody happy. So that could be an issue. Obviously, all they want to do is win, so I think that could be okay. But just keeping everybody having enough at bats and staying sharp, so to speak, as I guess what I mean by that one. Charlie Morton in a Detroit Tiger uniform. Somehow that doesn't look great, but good for him to get another shot at a playoff run. And I'm actually happy that Stephen Kwan didn't go anywhere for the Cleveland Guardians. Obviously, the Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz situation, that's insane. But they've done a nice job of staying in the fight and working through a 10-game losing streak and kind of getting themselves back in the wild card picture. So big tip of the cap to Stephen Vogt and company there. It is said that gambling situation with those two will send shockwaves through Major League Baseball and the world. I don't know about that, but we'll see the end of the result. Said, I didn't realize Charlie was throwing his changeup more. Barbecue chips. Can Charlie limit the damage or not? It is Kepler. He's at the bottom of the order, so that might help, but I obviously I haven't watched a ton of Detroit and a ton of Charlie. Obviously, he struggled big time early on this season with the O's, but he's found it a little bit. I just didn't realize he's throwing his changeup more, even more than he did last year at the tail end with us. But he's only been 96 on the fastball. It still works, but you can't get away with it if it's in the middle more, obviously. I don't think I've ever seen 10 players get traded at the trade deadline, though. But Charlie almost had the patented hit by pitch on the backdoor curveball or back foot.
Second will get Castellanos in from third. Outside. Trying to put that ball in play, choked up with 2 strikes.
That is one thing about the Braves that I need to improve greatly from this year is the runner at third and less than 2 out thing. It feels like that we have not been able to RBI ground out there. It feels like that we have not been able to do the little things, the sac flies, the productive outs. That thing has made me want to pull my hair out most of the year, and I guess that is why we have lost 27 one-run games, or a big reason why. But you flip that around a little bit. You get Joe Jimenez back. You make some improvements there, hopefully prospect-wise. And with, I believe, about $60 million coming off the books, and possibly a new manager, I think a lot of things could look different for the Braves next year, in a good way. Catcher pop out by Rojas there, but and another thing that I've noticed, the bottom of the order is kind of bit us. It always bit us when the pitchers were hitting, but now this year it's bit us big time too. The bottom of the order, flipping the order over and over and over, has been a trend that I've noticed too, that I hope we can temper for next year as well. Charlie's seriously got a rubber arm, though, to still be able to throw 96 at almost 41 years old. And that, obviously, the amazing curveball that he has. There was a lot of conversation today about the runner on second. It's not my favorite rule, but it provides strategy still for me, so I don't hate it as much as others do, as much as I did. As long as it doesn't come into play in the playoffs, I'm good. And I think teams have adjusted and teams have embraced it as well, so I don't feel like it's that as big of a deal as people are making it. Like, maybe you go back to one regular inning and then go to the ghost runner, I guess, but I don't think I really care that much. Because there is still strategy, because if you score 2, then that makes you feel better, and you still see a lot of people not be able to score the 1 and different things, like the sacrifice bunts and the things of that nature.
Maybe that speaks to the AJ Hinch message. Like, you're going to miss it, so you should embrace it, try to have fun with it. 3-2.
So I think that's another thing. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is now. I feel like everybody has embraced it, but there's still a lot of...
Another one that's going to get to the seats.
I don't think there's a... Bryson, stop battling with Charlie here.
AJ back in 2017, he was the winning pitcher in Game 7 of the LCS against Tommy Canely, who's a current Tiger. 2 hits, 5 shutout innings, 5 strikeouts.
But the fact that it's still a topic of conversation and people still get heated by it is a little different for me. Whoa! What a catch by Riley Green. Whew.
It's Riley Green who has it as he dove and got right in front of Veerling. What a catch, Riley Green.
That was an amazing catch, but was Charlie grimacing there? Whew.
AJ Hinch talks about his defense right here. High risk, Matt Bailey coming into him. The focus.
Hopefully not. No, in a collision avoided as well. So that was a heck of a play. But yeah. The ABS, I'm going to be excited to see how that plays into it, because I think there's just way too many big calls in big situations missed. But also that strategy as well, because you don't want to burn it too early in the game. And I do want the human element still to be there. But I think it's going to be a great change. Just as the pitch clock has been, and I was reluctant with that before. So I think it's just something you have to adapt to, because the sports, games, everything still evolves as it does. But the Orioles did a lot of cleaning house. I don't know if they got enough, but based on the insiders talking, like the hitter market wasn't great, so obviously the Braves weren't going to get a lot or anything for Marcell Ozuna. I hope, honestly, that the Braves move on from Marcell. He's been great and obviously a very polarizing figure, but great figure for the Braves. Offensively, I think it's time to move on, and I could see the same for Iggy. It just depends on the price tag, but I think Drake Baldwin and Sean Murphy, if that's the route we go, because you don't really see a stagnant DH now except for Bryce Harper.
Thanks for doing it, Cody, Eduardo, and Carl Ravitch up here. We appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. So you really have a great appreciation, I'm sure, for just the player development. What are you looking at in Christopher Sanchez's ascension?
Oh, man. he's pitching himself into a number one. I mean, it's just the way he pounds his own. I mean, fastball, that changeups.
Yeah. So I mean,
in baseball, I think.
Obviously, this is a huge off season for Alex Anthopoulos and for everybody. Probably potentially going with a different manager and a different voice from Brian Snicker and all this stuff. That decision is going to be important. 21 pitches, 19 strikes. This could be a CG shutout for Christopher Sanchez if this one continues.
I mean, he's always had 99 in the tank. I mean, the first time he came up here, he was 91, 92, trying to find the zone, and then he finally, got in there with Caleb and our pitcher metrics, all that kind of stuff. I mean, he's incredible, man. He's working.
He looks like a rocking chair out there, smooth, easy. I mean, the Braves have had a few good moments against Christopher Sanchez. 4 runs here or there, but I think he's got us more so than.
Oh man, Dumba did a great job with that one. I mean, just incredible being able to have an elite closer for us. Kind of the first time in Philly since I've been in Philly that we actually, have a closer that's going to be our closer, right? So it's pretty cool. I mean, that entrance the other night was pretty awesome, and 4 pitches, 3 outs, just great job by our front office to get that done.
Yeah, the 2-1 is in there too.
But I think Christopher Sanchez is one of the more underrated pitchers in the National League and Major League Baseball. And I hate facing the Philly staff every single time that we do. Actually, we have a winning record against the Mets and the Phillies this year. It's just California and almost everything else that has gone wrong. But
He's on my team. I want to feel good about myself, and facing that in spring training is not something I want to do. So,
good job, Bryce. Don't fake.
I think you have a 500 batting average on at-bats that end in a changeup, and you saw School yesterday. Like, you're pretty good at hitting changeups. Is there a secret there?
So, I mean, just hit it whether or not. Just put some wood on it, hit it whether or not. I mean, obviously, lefty changeup is kind of new in the game. I mean, the first time I ever faced it was kind of Cole Hamels. He threw it a lot off that sinker that he would throw. But it was kind of, voodoo at the time where guys didn't want to throw that lefty changeup because a lot of guys hit it for a homer. Right. And nowadays, guys throw so hard, the hit and miss and stuff.
Good take there.
From, 98, 99 to a, 84, 86 mile an hour, changeup. Yeah, sure. That's kind of what Scuba does, and that's what Sanchez does too, and that's what makes them elite.
We got a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Bryce Harper wearing the microphone for us, 2-1. So you've been in the news a lot lately. A lot was made of your meeting you had with the commissioner. I was curious, was it confrontation? Nobody was in there. Anything you want to expand on regarding that?
Not really, man. I just want to play some ball, and that stuff will get figured out the way it needs to between us and the union. So too good.
Understand. This ball cocked up. Sanchez delivers a quick 1-2-3 inning. Thanks to Bryce Harper for joining us here.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to say anything about the meeting with the commissioner. That's pretty much know that that's going to be a non-starter question there. That was kind of dumb, but I guess you have to ask. But not in the middle of a baseball game where he's actually got to focus, but. I am surprised by the Pirates that they didn't trade Andrew Heaney or Tommy Pham or some other of their guys. I am a little bit surprised by that, and I didn't think they would trade Brian Hayes, especially interdivision, but maybe that's a change of scenery thing. Obviously, we just took 2 out of 3 from the Reds, but I did like what they did. But I just don't know if they have enough offense, and that's weird to say in that bandbox of a ballpark. Hi, Donovan. But and obviously that crazy game a few nights ago where the Braves score 8 and then they score 8 and somehow we win that game's kind of a microcosm of, hey Donovan, I said hi. 2025 for sure. But it's gutsy and the Braves playing spoiler. It's what we got, and hopefully I'm guessing Riley will go on the IL again with his abdominal issue, and hopefully Nacho will come up and stay solid defensively and get some more thank you. Get some more playing time. Oh, I got you. No worries on that. Thanks for coming in and hanging out.
Like so many of the teams, San Diego, certainly here in Philadelphia did this morning. First pitch, no, unable to get over there is Torkelson. You can understand that. I mean, we didn't get to.
I thought the Cubs could have done more. I like that they got Michael Soroka. I don't know exactly what his role is going to be, but I thought they could have done a little bit more with. No, unfortunately, I do not know. I know a few a few words, but not hand signals. I don't. But they don't. I don't know that the Cubs did enough in their bullpen nor their starting rotation. But starters' prices were absolutely insane. I appreciate you coming in. And starters. And starters' prices were ridiculous. So I think that that's why so many relievers went, because once the my name's Cassidy. Once the prices of starting pitching was as high as it was, then you realize if you stack up your bullpen, then you don't have to rely on the starters going so long. So maybe that ended up being the strategy a little bit, and that's another reason why I was kind of really surprised that Iggy didn't go anywhere. But it is what it is. No, I would say yes on Craig Counsell, but he just signed a 5-year, $80 million deal with the Cubs. So I don't see that happening, but that type of choice. Donovan. But yeah, some manager type like that would be great. There's the Charlie Morton hit by pitch. Maybe David Ross. Yeah, so Donovan? Yeah. David Ross, maybe. Obviously, there's an internal option in Walt Weiss. I've always thought that was going to be it because he managed the Rockies, so I don't know exactly how you can judge that. Internal up, maybe Eric Young coming back is a possibility. He was our first base coach for years. I don't know what send you out means, but I appreciate you hanging. I don't want Skip Schumacher. Well, I mean, I guess maybe Skip Schumacher, but no on Mark DeRosa and no on Davey Martinez. Everybody else I can kind of get behind. And anyway, I'm going to get behind whoever it is, but no Mark DeRosa and no Davey Martinez. What a double play that was. Yeah, well. Yeah, but wasn't he just a coach and then he went, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I can try. Why do you, I mean, I think you could just leave if you want. Donovan, I don't know how that works, but appreciate you hanging. I really like what the Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes done this offseason. Obviously, I know everybody still wants Kotkaniemi to not be a Carolina Hurricane. But I really like all the extensions. I like the Keandre Miller ad. All that stuff. I really, really like that stuff. But back to the manager thing, I think it's just very important.
One step at a time. How do you feel?
No, that's why I'm saying, like, I think if he does, I think that would be your legit, legit look at how, if he's a great manager or not, kind of thing, is what I meant by that. So I wouldn't mind Weiss. There's a lot of people that just want new blood, and I understand that as well. Like I said, the only real no's for me are Davey Martinez and Mark DeRosa. The rest of it I can stomach, for sure. And we'll see what happens. But, like, I think this is obviously everything's going to be key this offseason, and we'll see. But just watching to see how it all plays out and playing spoiler, hopefully for a lot of guys. And obviously the Yankees are struggling as much as they are, taking some heat off of Donovan. So that kind of thing. I don't know if you want me to hide you from the channel or stay in or whatever, but that was a slick double play turned by Torque. But it feels like Christopher Sanchez might go very deep into this ball game, maybe. But a leadoff single there.
What's your take on what the Tigers did at the deadline?
I thought the Tigers should have done more.
Part of a team that's acquired talent at the deadline. I've been a part of 4 teams that have sold, and that's not a fun, place to be. So it was cool to acquire talent and get those guys.
I thought they should have done more out of the bullpen for the Tigers, but I did like the Kyle Finnegan ad.
Probably an hour after the game, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it is very cool. And for those of us that have been around the game a long time,
But
we just saw a bunch of former great Phillies, John Kruk, Chase Utley, Mike Schmidt walk off the field. Back in the day, that happened a lot. And that's going to be a single right through the hole.
we go first to third.
Jam the brakes on, and look out is right. He dove back in.
Hopefully, oh, that was not a good good base running play by Gleyber Torres, but got back there. But first and second, no outs. Maybe I accidentally put the kibosh on Sanchez here. Not sure. Back-to-back singles, but trying to see if I'm surprised they kind of didn't go on Castellanos there, but.
But there's something about teams that do that. I know that the '93 Phillies were one of those teams. Talk about the connectivity this group has.
Yeah, I think, I feel like we kind of got a brand new team all of a sudden. And that's cool. That's really cool. Obviously, the guy we got going tonight is a great dude. And it is a brotherhood. You spend a lot of
Torkelson, see what he can do.
Over the 7 months that the season is, from spring to, hopefully deep into October. So you spend a lot of time with them. They become family. And, those are the really cool things that, when you're done playing.
But I've spoke about this a lot recently, but I do appreciate that the Braves have had a terrible year. There's no sugarcoating it, and some random crappy weird things have happened. But it feels like the family vibe and the vibes in the clubhouse and things of that nature have been still the same and still amazing. And you appreciate that to the fullest extent, because you're turning on people is easy to do when things aren't going well, but just cheering for things when it's good and just helping teammates and things when it's crappy, it's important. And I think the most annoying thing out of this year is that a lot of people have said that the Braves don't care. They, of course they care. They care 1,000% more than any of us. And when everything's going terribly, it looks really bad, and it looks like they don't care. But trust me, they care more than anyone. So I think the vibes and all of that, staying positive and fighting every single game is fantastic. Yes, there's more blowout games, or we've been shut out more than any of us would like, but those vibes are very important. It got away with that one. Probably looking change up and.
That's one pitcher to notice. Was it in the box? I can
tapping our hat right now. Yeah, I don't know how that's all going to work out next year. I'm curious to see what type of guys really know.
Sanchez fires to turn.
Good double play there by Sanchez.
One last night. I had one in the clubhouse today. I'm probably going to have another one right after this. Yeah, too many yesterday inside the pitch, but
thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Derek Skubal on Sunday night.
Good double play there. We've seen some solid defense lately, or in this game so far. But yeah, I mean, this year is what this year is. But just like getting the Eli White moment game, the Michael Harris 4 extra base hits. Yeah, we lost that game, but there's been a lot of fun moments. Just wanted more of them, but this will be the first year in 7 that we missed the playoffs. So, which I always want to make the playoffs. It stinks to be really bad, but always take the good moments. That's kind of what I learned from this year, and hopefully we find some rhythm and add some versatility and Donovan, hi. You've said that a lot. But okay. Throw this away. Yeah, but watching Drake Baldwin develop and be amazing and do what he's done, possibly the Rookie of the Year, and a little bit more help as Jacob Mizorowski on the IL with a contusion, so that could that could help out as well because you get a draft pick. So that's good. The possible high draft pick with us being bad is really good, considering a lot of minor league experts consider this upcoming draft is one of the deeper drafts that we've seen. So I think it could be a very, very profitable and fruitful, unfortunate thing, but take advantage of the bad. And I think we're going to be able to do that very nicely. And I think that we did a really nice job of replenishing the position player pool. So I think that is very important. So even in the down year, I think there's thought for optimism with 60 million, the draft class, and the potential of having a Rookie of the Year. You got probably a couple Gold Glovers and Nick Allen and Matt Olson as well. I know Matt struggled a little bit since the break, and probably somewhat of the home run derby that sometimes happens. But he's still playing every day and still there and still very, very good. So I'm very happy about that, and that's the one thing. Staying fundamentally, I mean, I know there's been a few blunders here or there, but staying fundamentally hitting the game always and things of that nature, that's very important, and I think that's been a constant. So 52 pitches, 1 and 2 count for Charlie, been really good for him. I mean, I know he gave up 1, but let's see. The Philly lineup is very potent. That's a nasty curve. Found the release point on Uncle Charlie there. You gotta find the charger here. Hold on. Because I don't know if it's gonna last throughout the
But Riley with a good job, man. He has been so good in left field for them.
And not only making that play, but understanding that there's a potential collision coming as well. Well, double trouble there.
Hang on.
Extended that arm of his. He's vulnerable there. Fearley's coming with his spikes up the other way. That's as good as it gets.
By the way, that's considered a clean shaven.
Do it that way. There we go.
You can see that he found the stick. Can you actually feel Charlie Morton feeling better about himself right now? Not body language is really good. Yes.
See if this will stick.
He's not just kind of playing out the string. Right back to what Buster talked about, that conversation he had.
There we go.
Perspective change.
Hopefully it'll stick.
0-2. That one is
But seeing Charlie Morton find it after the struggles. Didn't work. Didn't work.
Times in the postseason, he won it all with the Astros and the Braves. 7.5, 3.60 ERA in the postseason. And Charlie Morton just struck out Real Muto, Castellanos.
Charlie struck out the side. Vintage Charlie Morton.
We've talked about the curveball, but the fastball's above average as well. So that force it on top, off of that curveball.
Can't get it to stick with the charger in there. I can. Hopefully. Alright, there we go, maybe. There we go, maybe. Oh. Alright. It's not sticking. Shoot. Should have made sure I had it charged before, but alright, maybe. Okay, there we go, maybe there. Oh. I'll hold it. There we go. So I can still be seen. But Charlie's vintage. Just don't know if Tigers are going to be able to get anything off Sanchez because the pitch count is very, very, very manageable.
And are those your kids dressed as Boston Lobstermen?
Not our kids.
With millions of possibilities.
So
Any US city. Booking.com, booking.yeah. Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Bucks Cravings boxes.
blah blah. But the NFL right around the corner, college right around the corner. Feels good. Just to have some different things to look forward to. Ooh, the Little League World Series, the regionals.
Regional action. That team from Lake Mary, Florida is now 3-0 in their regional. They got to deal with either North Carolina, 2-1, or South Carolina. The Lake Mary looking to go back to Williamsport.
Let's see, 40 pitches, top of the fifth. Yeah, if he gets a couple more runs of support, this could be a CG shutout. Or CG anyway.
Just the two guys on the mound and how effective you can be at 28-41 in Sanchez for the Phillies and Morton for the Tigers.
Just obviously,
Sanchez is off the charts as he's ahead 0-1.
any good pitcher, you just hope they can stay healthy because it's just a epidemic of injuries and different things.
32 of 42 for strikes.
Try to do too much. Sanchez, if you're against Sanchez, it feels like if you try to do too much, that's exactly what he wants you to do because most of the time he's trying to pull the string on the changeup.
Story without talking about his wife, who came to the Delaware Valley from the Dominican Republic. Before they met, she was a cook. She had her own cuisine. She opened a restaurant and a catering service in Camden, New Jersey. He, of course, discovered the food, and then he discovered the person making the food. Fell in love, had a baby, they got married, and she now, I don't believe, runs that restaurant anymore, but she certainly makes sure that his body is in great shape, and the diet that he's on, and the muscle he's put on, they have made it together. As he looks at his first three-ball count, and Sanchez, the athlete, ranges, flips with the glove. That's two outstanding defensive plays by Christopher Sanchez tonight.
The ball, but
Sanchez's changeup is the commando. And if he's behind in the count or ahead in the count, he can
Changeup is the hardest pitch for me to swing at on MLB The Show, so I don't know that regular in a regular game. I don't know how anybody hits anything.
Similarities between Sanchez and Morton. You look at Sanchez, it took him a while to get developed and finally get to the big leagues. It took Charlie Morton until he really got to the Astros to finally establish himself. And I know a lot had to do with injuries early on for Charlie Morton, but he was more of a two-seamer type sinker. Changed the repertoire once he got to Houston to the elevated fastball with the curveball at a higher rate. But Chris Sanchez has really figured out the changeup as well late in his career.
A couple of weeks ago, a complete
I mean, the changeup for Christopher Sanchez is the pitch you might know that's coming, but usually you can't do anything with it. I mean,
gets a ground ball to third, it's foul. It's funny
because even if he hangs it or something, it still keeps you out in front because he's still got a legit fastball.
the tax that puts on a pitcher physically, he sees and has seen it affect him the next start out. You guys buying that?
I think nowadays in today's game, there's so few complete games.
Yeah. Beaten on the ground, to Hopper to Turner, who sets and fires and he gets it.
That was a good in the hole play by Turner there.
Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Yeah, finish that up because it's more like, well, we don't go down this road very often.
It's conditioning, right?
Yeah.
You're not conditioned to throw 9 innings as much anymore as 20, 30 years ago. So yeah, so when you do extend yourself, and it's not about the pitch count, it's about the emotion of closing out a 9th inning.
Yeah.
The extra adrenaline rush that you get because you're not used to being out there all that often.
Well, he's doing an amazing job of getting ahead on that first pitch. He has thrown 14 of 17 first pitch strikes.
Efficiency for both Charlie and Sanchez.
Perez has been on fire, 5 for 7 with a homer in the series, and he grounds one to Turner. He will again watch one go nearly over his head, but he stuck with it.
The bouncers are.
Sanchez late in his career, one of the big reasons it took him 10 years
What's
to
up?
establish himself as a major leaguer at the age of 28. Still doing a great job keeping the ball on the ground.
He's a ground ball machine, ground balls and strikeouts. And that's perfect. I wish the.
Oh, I gotcha.
But I think, I mean, the Braves can stay healthy and get some of their younger guys some more experience. And it'd be interesting to see how we attack the off season. Hopefully, it's more active than this last off season, but it'll be interesting because of how volatile pitching is with all the injuries and whatnot. It'll be very, very interesting.
Stearns and Foster or Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Premium choices. The ultimate in comfort and support. Yours with special
Bottom of the 5th we go. 1-0. Philadelphia on our RBI ground out. Cassiano single, Bryce double, and an RBI ground out by Kepler, I believe. So, Charlie pitching well, but but that's the other thing. The Braves with either the pitching's amazing and the offense stinks, or the offense does its thing and then the pitching implodes. It's not been that we haven't been able to find a happy medium with that. That's for sure.
Watch the game at her place tomorrow. Caught stealing in theaters August 29th.
A Chewy order is a way for Kitty. With eyes so pretty, they tell Mom to get on Chewy and order Fancy Feast. Love served at low prices.
Guess I should have changed the title. That might have helped. But
here in Philadelphia with Phillies manager Rob Thompson. In your eyes, what kind of an athlete is Chris Sanchez, and how does that work for him?
Well, it really works for him because he can really maintain his delivery. He gets off the mound like you just saw him last inning. And he's really worked on his throwing the bases, not the 1-6-3 double play we turned last in the fourth was really good.
Duran came in for his first save opportunity for you. From your perspective, what was that show like, his entrance, and what are you looking forward to with it?
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, the talent's there, big time stuff, but the entrance and the videos and the songs, it's just electric.
Hi, Donovan. 2 quick strikes for Morton after striking out the side.
But that was it. There was no graphics. There was no show. There was no tarantula running across the giant scoreboard. A little different world.
Technology was a little different. Turn off the lights. You got to wait a while to get them back on.
Charlie Morton has faced the minimum the last 2 innings after seeing some traffic in the first couple. And he was ahead 0-2. He's got 4 0-2 counts in his last 7 hitters. But now back to even against Kepler. Bottom 3, Kepler, Sosa, and Stott. You're in the bottom of the 5th of a 1-0 Philadelphia Philly lead. Picks up another strikeout.
Nasty change up there. 4 in a row for Charlie. Turning back the clock.
Well, here's his third pitch. How about a changeup diving off the table? Charlie Morton's got to work tonight. These are 3 high-quality pitches. We've seen the 4-seamer above. We've seen that high-spin curveball. And how about the changeup? Right there.
And on to Sosa.
Sosa.
4 for 6, 5 Ks in second time through the order. Behind 1-0. First strikeout was to Trey Turner in the top of the 3rd.
The fact that Charlie's still doing what he's doing at 41 years old, he's defying father time, even though I thought it got him earlier this year. But bad streaks happen and bad seasons happen, but it's...
Those chases at the top of the fastball with 2 strikeouts to finish off hitters above, and then it changed the eye angle the next pitch.
Gives it a look, but no. Baseball's just heating up. Be a part of all the excitement, action, and unforgettable moments. Scan the QR code right there. Or go to MLB.com/tickets and plan your ballpark visit.
Most. Baseball's the most streaky sport.
Red Sox have got a resurgence going. This ballpark, Houston excited about what the Astros have going towards the latter part of this season.
And we've seen that more this year than ever. 10-game losing streaks, 11-game winning streaks. Obviously, the Brewers are the best team in baseball right now. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card. But I can appreciate that. But I'm hoping that the Brewers... their bats cooled off, but I don't think so. They demolished the Nationals, so we'll see how it goes. Just kind of everything's working for them right now. They didn't add as much as I thought they might, but that's another thing where you want to you don't want to screw up the mojo. You just want to add to it, and you just want to come in under the radar kind of thing.
It's about the spin mirroring effect, the 4-seamer and a curveball. They work off of each other. It's similar to what Sanchez does with his 2-seam fastball and his changeup having the same spin, coming in on that tumbling effect in the same plane. Same concept with Morton, with 4-seam fastballs and curveballs.
3-2. End of the bat. Looks like nobody's going to be able to get it. Baez gives chase, and it's a fan who makes the play. Talking about these races, man, the Yankees are in a funk right now. Toronto, 65 and 48. The best record is a chase for the Tigers, sitting there with 47.
Technically, the Angels are still in it, but I'm surprised they didn't sell a little bit more. Not to say that they haven't played scrappy baseball, but their entire outfield was on the IL recently, so I don't know. I thought they could have done some a little bit more, but I give them credit. Ron Washington. Ron Washington had the playing the great mindset, and Montgomery has carried that on, so you got to respect that for sure. I just thought they're not ready to completely contend, so I thought they would sell a few of their pieces, but again,
Popped up sky high. Both Torkelson and Dingler are over. No.
I'm going to go down to Texas.
I did really like what Seattle did. Gino Suarez, hopefully they'll just re-sign Gino. Yeah, he's a free agent at the end of the year, so we'll see how that plays out. Josh Naylor, again, really good. Randy Rosarena having a career year, and obviously Cal Raleigh doing what he's doing. And I like the addition of Caleb Ferguson. I know that's not splashy, but they've needed an extra lefty, and he's pitched well in his couple outings for them. And obviously Munoz, Crawford, they can make a run with their pitching depth and it getting healthier. I think I really like what they did.
A chance for Morton to strike out 6 in a row, but Scott says no by sending one to left.
So I appreciate that, and I also appreciate the Rangers, even though they did lose 3 out of 4 to the Mariners. They were all close. They were all almost extra inning games. I did like them adding Merrill Kelly because of the extra year of control, veteran. Adding Colomé from the Twins, that was nice as well. I thought they could have added another bat because their DH position has really struggled. I thought that might be a place for Marcelo Ozuna, but it just didn't work out that way. But I don't know that they have enough. They have enough pitching. I just don't know if their offense will click enough, even though they've been heads and tails better than the first 2 months. But I just don't know if they have enough. I thought the Dodgers could have done more, but they've got a lot of pitchers on the injured list. So if they start getting some of that back, I don't think it'll hurt as much. And it's weird for me to say that I don't think the Dodgers did enough because they spent over bajillion dollars like they always do. But the injury bug always seems to hit them in a weird way. So, but if they get their pitching back and Mookie Betts finds a little groove, Freddie's got his groove back again. Like, I think they'll be fine. But I just don't know. Back to back in baseball is the hard thing to do. Thought they'd do a little more, but again, if they get their injuries straightened out and their offense finds their stroke again, it's they're always gonna be scary until you knock them off. They're the champs. So, but I did like the addition of Alex Cole. So, but
If you came to yesterday's game, you saw 20 strikeouts by the starters, 10 each for Skubal and Wheeler with no walks. And tonight, here you have 11 strikeouts between the two guys and only 1 run. Phenomenal pitching the last 2 nights.
I don't think I've seen. Well, I mean, Sanchez given up 3 hits, but I don't think I've seen him actually make a mistake this entire game. And at 54 pitches.
As Javier Baez looks 0-1. That ball is driven to center field. Marsh is under it, and the bearded, long-haired center fielder is there is a pitcher's best friend? You know, the goal post is the goalie's best friend. What's a pitcher's best friend? One pitch out, weak contact, ground ball. What is it?
One pitch, 2 outs. That is the pitcher's best friend. Yes.
The double play.
The double play ball.
All right.
He continues to dominate this way, and he's done it pretty much all season. What is his name going to start being mentioned for the Cy Young Award?
Yeah.
Tonight, I think it is. I think it's in that conversation now.
Yeah.
His teammates-
Cy Young conversation.
He was so defensive of him being snubbed, so to speak, in the All-Star.
The All-Star game. The ground fielded easily by Sosa. Yeah, and there are 2 outs. These 2 guys have retired the last 13 men that have come to play.
Pitchers duels delight here.
The action like never before. Cast your vote for the MLB player of the game. Voting will open after the 6th inning of every game at MLB.com/POTG. Terms and conditions apply. He should be because he's 6th in baseball in ERA. His 139 strikeouts are 15th. Wheeler's got 182. He's first. Skubal's got 181. But he's top 20 in whip. Batting average against his top 20. And he's having himself another effective game tonight as that one takes Castellanos all the way back to the track.
That was a 5-pitch inning, I think.
Second base tonight. That was another 5-pitch outing, and Sanchez was surprised to carry that far.
Yeah. That almost got a Citizens Bank type homer there.
What's he doing, Zach? I'm rehearsing for our T-Mobile Home Internet commercial. There are so many benefits and awards. You gotta talk really fast.
Well, let me try. T-Mobile Home Internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow.
Try singing it. Just one chord. It's an easy set. We're a pretty good duo.
It's pronounced duet.
Get T-Mobile Home Internet. Just $35 a month with a 5-year price guarantee.
Oh, gotta love the commercials. Not.
Soothe your sweet tooth with Reese's peanut butter cups and salted caramel truffles. With pure Reese's bliss and
But yeah, I think Christopher Sanchez is gonna go complete game here. Especially if they get a couple more. Pretty easily, too. But it can happen quickly because it's only a 1-0 game, but...
Powerful, majestic, recreational. At Progressive, we treat your outdoor vehicles like the noble creatures they are. And when you bundle them with your home and auto, you can be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve.
Progressive commercial.
Ready for your next adventure. So that's just how we do it around here. Around these parts, around them parts. It's just how we do it here.
That's the sound of happy at DQ. You can watch 60 chicken strips with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy for just $7.49. For crunch time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket.
But Morton has been amazing too, so.
Tonight, his first start as a member of the Tigers, and you see the four seam up and the curveball really play up with each other. Also the changeup down. He was used all of his pitches successfully tonight. Got swings and misses.
It's nice to see Charlie Morton find it again. And again, punch Father Time in the face a little bit, give him the talk to the hand. Strike.
Trey Turner. Third time through the order. The dreaded third time through the order. And Turner slow roller, 2 hops and a charity hop and a bounce for Ibanez. Turner retired.
Ground out. So many ground outs tonight.
Right here. You got Hal Schwarber, third time on. AJ Hinch knows Charlie Morton real well. And now do you let the veteran go here against the lefty? You have
Kyle Schwarber, third time. Ew. It's either AJ Hinch is either gonna look amazing or terrible.
Well, his veteran pitcher has come through for him time and time again. You're living a little dangerously here.
You have to trust what you're
strike. It's not giving that high strike.
That was a close one. He didn't get the benefit of it. Here are the home run leaders. He's one behind Padovani. We'll see Cal Raleigh in Williamsport as the Mariners and Mets play in the Little League Classic. But these are just missing, and Schwarber's got himself a 3.
Now he's not calling the up strike at all.
Right at the top of the zone.
Yep. Yeah, he gave him one at 3-0. He turned around a fastball at 93. Schwarber to second base. And Perez's throw not in time. A double. Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, that was bad decision by Charlie there.
Love the green light right there. To be able to give it to Schwarber. Trusting your hitter. Fastball up in the strike zone. And now the decision. Do you walk Harper? And he is going to walk Harper and allow Morton to then face Real Muto at the plate.
He got squeezed, and then now you lay a cookie into Schwarber. He's going to do that 85% of the time, especially this year. But I think AJ Hinch trying to bite off more than he can chew because there's not a lot of trust. The circle of trust for the Tigers bullpen isn't exactly robust, even with some of the moves they made. At the trade deadline, but I think I would have taken it once he got the first out, just gone with it. I know you trust it, but I mean, obviously he's either gonna make him look like a genius or. But this is like a Brian Snitker trying to bite off more than you can chew type of moment.
His numbers in splits against righties and lefties. He's staring out at a righty and Morton. And he grounds one to third. They got a chance. Ibanez for one. And that's the speed of Real Muto.
Catcher speed, get him.
The inning going. It's first and third.
I think Ibanez right there considered.
Donovan. Why do you? Hi.
Did not have much on the ball to Gleyber Torres, and Realmuto, who still runs pretty good for a catcher.
I said hi. Donovan. Castellanos had a single and a changeup. Be careful. I did say your name 4 times. Yep. Nice catch by Perez there. Donovan. I know you've told me that. I know you are. AJ Hinch looks like a genius now. I know you told me that you are, and I appreciate you hanging in the chat, but I mean, if you keep going.
Point me in the right direction? Stream movies and shows from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars,
So,
National Geographic, and much more.
but yeah, nice job, nice gut check by Charlie there. And that's another thing. I mean, that's why managers are. Well, I don't know what to tell you about. I know you said you can't hear. I know. I don't know how to help you on that. But either.
Look who it is.
Coverage so good, it's scary. Get reliable nationwide 5G, and internet customers get 1 mobile line included for a full year with Spectrum.
No. I don't.
We are going to jail.
there. I'm not sure what the whole Donovan thing was, but I just... I'm not trying to get scammed or anything there. I don't know what that was. So I apologize for that, but... That was weird.
Oh, hot dogs. For you, 2 buy for us. I'd love to, because
But,
I earn unlimited 2%
uh,
cash rewards. Oh, Marty, we're on the celebrity cam.
I don't know what that was, PJ. I really don't. I hope I did everything right there. I don't know what that was, but that was weird.
Eligible Capital One Rewards card holders, redeem your rewards for tickets to your favorite baseball teams throughout the season on Capital One Entertainment. Scan that QR code to learn more. Sanchez looking for a one-pitch out. Turner dives, throws, way offline.
Infield single.
For Jahmai Jones, an infield single, and he is.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for the assist, PJ. I really appreciate that. I don't know what that was, man. Some of this stuff is weird. I love online, but some of this stuff you know, you never know. Back-to-back singles.
Back-to-back singles to start the 7th for Jones and Torkelson. And first pitch jumping on it, Detroit's bats.
But I'm happy that
First pitch fastball, sinkers that meant to get some of the play.
60. Is that right? He's only thrown 60 pitches into the 7th. Wow.
60 pitches here in the 7th inning.
I should have Carl Rabbage's job because I just said. Yeah, and I don't know if it was actually true, any of that. I'm not trying to call him a liar or anything, but he said give me 5,000. I don't know what that means. I do not have 5,000 to give. Sounds like lefty Christopher Sanchez is one of the harder ones.
Struck out Torkelson that inning, then got Green to a 1-6-3 double play. Nobody out here. And Green bounces one up the middle. Only one play for Turner. He'll go to first. And the runners advance second and third, one out.
Hi. Hi. Stray. That was see, that's the productive Al I've been asking for the Braves all season long that we have not been able to find.
Making the second baseman to get there. Now it forces the Phillies are choosing to play the infield in.
Abanez is a little faster though. Like,
interesting call right here. The Phillies at home.
Because if you play the infield in there's more holes, so Squeaker could get through, but I think you're looking for a strikeout more so. Yep. Good play. On a 102.5 smash shot, too. That was a good play.
Talk about a great all-around baseball play. Sosa, yes, but Jones played smart. Watch Jones as he gets into the throwing lane.
He tried to get, oh, that was nice. He tried to get it in the throwing lane. Didn't work, but.
And throws it on the right over the right shoulder of Jones to be able to make the play. Even a better angle from him. This is what you're taught in spring training.
Great throw. I don't know how he did that.
Great job by Realmuto, too, to make that adjustment, find the ball, and then give up the play.
Guess the infield in was the right move there. Again, looking like a genius.
So we'll circle that. 5-2 on the out, and now Dingler got a chance to bring in Torkelson.
not really nothing you could do for. I mean, he hit it hard, just the wrong spot.
The last 2 innings, very close pitches, tight. They put Morton in a hole, and it's a 1-0 count now to Sanchez. Close pitch.
The other way, when you have two pitchers that are throwing strikes like they are all night long and dealing, the strike zone tends to go open up a little.
Now the strike zone's going squeezing tighter than a toothpaste lid the last couple innings.
Dinglers had big hits this season, 3 balls and no strikes.
I don't know that you go green light here, but
Sanchez dropped the ball, and he had to give a quick look to third base to see what Torkelson was up to. The red-hot Wenceel Perez is on deck.
yeah, you didn't want to swing at that. Perfect fastball.
Fastball that Dingler has seen since his first at bat. Threw him 4 consecutive changeups in the 5th inning and threw him 3 consecutive before that fastball there, 3-0.
Now, the biggest pitch of the night for the Tigers comes right here, 3-1. And he lost the ball 4.
Oh, he's gotten super tight.
Bases loaded with Tigers.
Phillies bench barking at that when they wanted that pitch.
Well, the Schwarber double may not have happened if Morton got both. Morton got both, but he really can't get tight up and down, but he has.
Who came in 5 for his last 7, 0 for 2 tonight. Falling behind 1-0. Good numbers against lefties for Perez, a 975 OPS.
Yeah, we're hanging in there. It's been pretty good. I wish the Braves were better, but that is what it is. But otherwise, can't complain.
14 pitches, the most of an inning. Yeah, other than Greg Maddux. 1-1. On the ground, Turner stays down, fires to second, and they get the force.
Oof, nice play.
Turner made sure he watched that thing into his glove and threw a seed to Stott at second. But let's go back to that amazing play by Sosa and Rio Muto.
You're going to have your best defense in the infield. Sosa provides that at third. Excellent play and feed to Rio Muto to conserve the lead for the Phillies and bring that.
Yeah, I can't complain watching a good pitcher's duel. Just hanging. For sure.
Thanks for letting me here. You're my only lawyer friend. And I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
When you get a play like Sosa made, you kind of maybe just not your night type of thing.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Nature's Bounty. Your bones are 4 times as strong as concrete.
Nature's
Bounty supplements your bone health with high absorption magnesium. It's in your nature to stand strong. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
So, but
Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership.
I got a fantasy football draft on the 23rd or 24th of August. I haven't played in so long. My family doesn't allow me to because I've won so much. I help them with theirs, but we haven't done a one in a while. So somebody invited me, so wonder if I still have that magic touch or not. We'll see. I know I probably won't be drafting. I probably won't be drafting Christian McCaffrey. I probably won't have that good of a good of a draft pick, or I don't know. I haven't done it in so long. I could be terrible. Who knows? But that'll be fun. That'll be a fun little ad. But and then what? Hockey starts on October 9th too. So working all that stuff in as well.
A chance to live longer. The treatment is faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information.
Big news. DirecTV got hot.
Thought they'd never lose those pudgy satellite dishes? Well, now they're streaming and steaming.
They've never been more flexible.
No, I have not been to Atlanta this year. A lot of stuff going on, but hope to next year. But it just hasn't been in the cards. So a lot of fun stuff coming down the pike, and just trying to take the good stuff for whatever the Braves can do, and hopefully they play more spoiler like we did this series against the Reds. So take it as, yeah, it is. It's a good year to take a break for sure. Just one of those years. Anything and everything and more that you thought could go wrong has. Yeah, the triangle is gonna be could be very entertaining. And yeah, make sure it's a good choice. But yeah, you got some good options for possible games.
Carl, that scene with Charlie getting word from AJ Hinch that he was done in the hug reminds me of that conversation back in June. At the end of it, Charlie looked at AJ, kind of like encouraged him, and he said, "Can I have a hug?"
And he got another one tonight. It's Marsh, lines one right out, and Gleyber Torres a couple steps.
It's been some really good defense in this game, and I guess that's why it's 1-0. But
Add hot dogs to my grocery list.
phew, that Sosa play is one of the better ones that you see from a third baseman, because the base runner Jones did a good job of getting in the way, and getting that throw is. But I just don't think that the Tigers have enough in their bullpen. I don't. But I've loved cheering for the Tigers, though. They're a fun story. Schoolball's amazing, so. Again, another great play. Whew. But I know I haven't done like a lot of live watches with the Braves because you don't want to see me when we have a year like this. But I mean, I've accepted it as what it is now. But and there's been a lot of like pop-up storms and wacky stuff for weather stuff. So that's been another factor. But yeah, you really don't want to see me when everything's still intense and the Braves not playing as well as they could and should and things of that nature. But I appreciate you guys hanging for this one. I know it's a little out of character, but I said I would do something after the trade deadline. Make sure I touched on everything, every big thing, and it's been fun. And a pitcher's duel at that. But I've touched on everything, I think, but I think Booney, the seat may be a little hotter than he'd probably like.
drop in his effectiveness. So we're trying to nurse him back. That ball's hammered to left.
Woo! Riley Green. Jeez.
That's the third great play that Riley Green has made in this series here.
I wonder if they'll keep going to Christopher Sanchez because I think he had 74. Hey.
I'll be your Superman.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into
Yeah, matter of fact, the last Braves game I had the opportunity to go to was the Throw It Again game against the Mets. Bryce Elder, six innings. We came back from a 4-1 deficit, won 6-4. Throw It Again game was fun.
First night in the new house. Like to check the neighbors first before buying a house. What was that?
I don't know how you like, because baseball is such a streaky game, and all the down years that our main guys have had for their standards. I don't know how you judge that, and I'm glad I'm not the one making certain decisions, but I'm glad to see the guys still playing hard and giving it everything they got. So I just hope that we're way more active than we were than we were this off season, even though some things fell through, so to speak, and you can't control that, but I just hope we fix that and see what else happens down the line. Some of the younger guys hopefully coming up, get a cup of coffee this year, get their feet wet, and see what happens. But
UNC's got the win today over the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Cardinals will be taking on the
I did. It was a good one.
next Sunday night in that rivalry game. Coverage starts 6 Eastern baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown.
Wild swing by Javi Baez.
It is the Cubs and the Cardinals as Sunday night baseball goes to the Midwest. We get a chance to see St. Louis and Chicago. 0-1. Baez 0-2. Sanchez's pitch count is at 75 pitches now. We got the Durantula out there hanging. Brian Kirkering was throwing, but 75 pitches here with the 8th inning underway. Working on Maddox, right?
Don't try to do something. Don't try to miss it in.
Complete game under 100 pitches.
And I don't know, is that a tell? You just pick up Duran. Thompson doesn't like complete games. It scares him. Baez, of course, the 9-hitter. And hits one on the ground. Turner reads it well. Fires. And Javier is out at first.
Another ground ball out. Whew.
Both pitchers and staff.
He might get a Maddox.
MLBshop.com will get to the largest and latest selection of jerseys, the caps, the hoodies, all the accessories you want. Gear up, game on. MLBshop.com, the official online shop of Major League Baseball. Top of the order, Vierlipping. 0 for 3 tonight.
I know it's not in style, but a game like this might try to bunt. And I actually wish the Braves would do a little bit more of that, just how the year has gone.
Yeah, and the whole mentality behind that, Buster.
Right, going through the dog days, pitching in big games, what it takes. Pedro and Sanchez have a really great relationship.
Yeah, Brian Bayo's another guy that he works with. Not a bad guy to have.
Yeah,
in your ear.
I'm listening to him. Pedro was a great teammate, too. Just a very generous soul.
Yeah.
for Matt Fearling, who continues to come back from that right shoulder strain that he had. Still looking for his first long ball of the year on a 1-1.
That changeup disappearing.
He's been able to neutralize the strength of the Tigers, and that's their versatility by staying in the game, by dominating.
And he got him there. Another swing and a miss. That's 14 on the changeup.
I just,
Sanchez picks up his first strikeout, and since the fourth,
I think he might be the one, like one of the guys that you're comfortable for 4.
Dominate him in the fourth at bat. Keep Cole Keith, Kerry Carpenter, and so far Zach McKenzie on the bench because of his dominance against these right-handed hitters.
Cody, what do you think Rob Thompson's thinking about this ninth inning decision? It's going through his head.
I think it's fascinating. I mean, we're at 82 pitches.
I don't think he's going to do it because Gleyber Torres and
Wrist action he has through the release point.
if they get a couple runs, yeah, I think he sends him back out there. But
Sanchez wants the appeal. He'd like to be able to tap the top of his cap, and that likely would be overturned for a strike. Instead, he's behind.
squeezed again, huh?
Clearly a check swing.
I think it was more on the location of personnel.
But the first base umpire, they're not going to overrule. Back up the middle, diving, stopped. Great play.
Jeez, defense is, wow, in vogue tonight. Defense all over the place tonight.
No runs on 84 pitches and a bunch of home run plays behind him.
Elite defense by both teams. This time it's Phillies' turn.
Nope.
Bryson Stark joins the party.
Chipper's not interested, so the answer to that question would be no. I know he could do it, but no.
That's what I paid for. Do you know what you want?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm good getaway salesman.
But it's just a flat no because he's not interested in doing it. So, I mean, but also, do you really want one of your Mount Rushmores to be fired as a manager at some point? Or do you hope that he's a Snit or a Bobby Cox? I mean, Bobby Cox even got fired at one point, so I don't know if you want to do that either. He's mentioned that as well. But he knows he would be good at it, or at least a full-time hitting coach, but he just doesn't want to do it, so it would be a no.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong.
But, I mean, yeah, it would be interesting, but...
0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for
And probably a legitimate thought if that were a thing.
That's the sound of happy at DQ. Get white meat seasoned chicken strips with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy for just $7.49. For crunch time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me a new iPhone 16, help pay off my old phone, and I still get to keep it?
That's right. No trade-in.
No!
Yes. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 on us.
But, I mean, it's still always going to be a conversation, I think.
This is what you can buy for $10 at KFC $10 Tuesdays. And this is what you can buy for $10 at a coffee shop.
This is coffee.
I know, it was expensive.
Get more bang for your bucket at KFC. 8 pieces of original recipe fried chicken or 8 tenders for just $10.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not...
I don't know, some legends, I would like to see it, but I think some legends turn not as good, even if they're amazing at their sport. It would be interesting to watch, that's for sure.
We are back to live action. Bryson Stott swings at the first one from Holton, and the storyline was set. Defensive starring play. Here he comes to lead off the inning. And no.
I think if the Phillies get a couple runs here, I think they send him out. But
because Sanchez looked like he was getting all sorts of hugs and high fives. And after 84 pitches, it looks like his night might be over.
The thing is, as an infielder, you have to be ready with Sanchez. He's been so good, throws a lot of strikes, you're always on your toes. Fell behind one hitter the entire night. To a 3-0 count.
Duran, his entrance is epic.
He threw 4 pitches to get his first save in a Philly uniform on Friday. 2 balls and a strike to Turner. Yeah, not a big surprise, right? When your pitchers are throwing strikes to have your defense engaged, and this has been an engaged defense tonight on both sides.
Yeah. How many times I've heard pitching coaches talk about that theory over and over again. The simple things.
Change-ups. Where hitters go to swing and miss tonight.
2-2 to Trey Turner.
We've seen some great pitching performances this year, Skubal being one of those, but this right here has been the most dominant that I believe we've seen with Sanchez. Hitting the zone, keeping the ball down, making pitches when he needs to.
Turner wrapped up.
Ugh, that was nasty. Exploded, huh?
SportsCenter follows us right here. Yankees lose again. You'll hear from the manager Aaron Boone after being swept by a suddenly red-hot Marlins team. Sprinter Noah Lyles, an altercation after winning a race at the Nationals, so we'll get deep into that. We celebrate South Carolina in our 50-state team 50-day tour. SportsCenter, David Lloyd, Ryan Smith.
I think Donovan might have unliked my stream. Whoops.
Just to pay off Sanchez, in 4 games, Philly starters on Sunday Night Baseball this season, Nola, Wheeler, Luzardo, and Sanchez, an 0.31 ERA, 1 earned run in 28 2/3. 1. And Schwarber belts one to center field. This one is deep. This one is gone.
There's a Schwarber bomb.
A Schwarber bomb is 38th. And a little insurance for the Phillies.
Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate, but it's just how the. Yeah, that's a great place to watch a ball game, and I'm sad about it, but. And I bet you are, and that's just rough, but it's just how the minor league system's going through it. Can't give him anything near the zone on a 2 strikes. Oh, you challenged him fastball up after the breaking balls. That was a bad choice to Schwarber there.
No doubt on that one, Colin. How short and quick was that swing? Wow.
Duran loves it. As Harper sends one to right. Misread, now running in, and the catch is made.
Sliding.
Another gem. He played that into a gem.
I think you could bring Sanchez back, but they're going the tarantula.
We're going to stay right here because Duran and his show is about to start.
Just hope he doesn't go into well, I actually do hope he goes into a bit of a rut, because as a Braves fan, you never want to cheer for the Phillies, but you never want all this stuff to happen and then him start getting booed. That would be. I think last year we scored about 6 runs off this guy. I don't know how, but we did at one point. Yeah, business is unfortunate a lot of time. It's gross, but it's how it goes, I guess. But you have all the memories and that kind of thoughts, so that's a good thing.
Putting in reps, putting up shot after shot, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W. On the court and off.
Just remind myself the next time I want to do a live to make sure I charge my phone all the way so I don't have to hold it, but all the way, because I can't put my phone in my tripod with the charger on it. It's just not working.
Enjoying your hotel's view of the harbor.
Is that what that is?
And their well-reviewed clam chowder.
That's all they had.
Yeah.
And are those your kids dressed as Boston lobstermen?
Not our kids. We're not?
With millions of possibilities, you can be a fan of any U.S.
Sunday.
Yeah.
What are we looking at in Christopher Sanchez's ascension?
Oh man, he's pitching himself into a number one. I mean, he's always had.
I had to sorry, I was I had to grab something. I dropped my phone on my desk, so because my hand kind of got. My hand started cramping, so I let go of my phone.
Yeah, hard to argue with a Cy Youngler about his changeup, but we'll turn the focus to this guy, Johan Duran. His first pitch.
That's the one thing about Duran, though. He can get a little
So that's the first fastball that Phillies fans have seen.
wild. He can be wild when he doesn't have it. Where did I?
Left-handed bats off the bench for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Duran falls behind 2-0 to Kerry Carpenter.
I didn't move anywhere. Oh, you mean where did they move to? Where did they move to? They're moving. They moved to Columbus, Georgia. Sorry, PJ. I got confused on what you were asking. They moved to Columbus. I think for the Columbus Clingstones. Yeah, the Columbus Clingstones, Columbus, Georgia. My bad.
Incredible staff that helped run the Phillies fan division along with the Minnesota Twins organization. I mean, so much of that was courtesy of the Minnesota Twins. And then the Phillies got it. They worked on it a little bit to kind of make it their own. They'll continue to tweak it. But Mark and his team did an unbelievable job.
Thanks, P. Rent.
And he delivered Durant. Then they had the deadline to make sure that the production was ready.
Yeah, Columbus, Georgia. Oh, there's always a pitch-com issue.
For all the other relievers, because let's face it, this stadium, this city, a lot of people come and see the Philly Fanatic, right? So a lot of stuff has always been to back up the Fanatic, and Johan Duran maybe has knocked down that door just a little bit to be able to get other pitchers also to have their version.
Those numbers illustrated the need that Dave Dombrowski recognized his team had, and they went up and got the best available guy. 2-1.
102. I don't know how anybody gets a hit in Major League Baseball. I honestly don't.
On the ground, he reached up at 102, and there is.
How do you pull that at 102?
Durant, of course, is out there after picking up his first out. He wears 59. That was, of course, the number that was worn by the manager, Rob Thompson. Durant has all sorts of ties to that number, including back at home, a swimming pool that has the number 59 literally on its base. And Thompson called him and asked him about the significance of the number. And this will be another ground ball. And a high throw. Safe.
Yeah, Sosa, you can make the play in the 7th, but you can't make that one. Glory.
And as good as the defense has been, that's a potentially huge mistake.
He curl hopped that for some reason.
Almost had too much time, right? A little big crow hop. Just got underneath it and sailed it up.
That's a close play. Harper comes down. Watch his foot. He may have.
I think he's out.
Maybe out as well. They're about to show this in the fan division, and people are going to go nuts just about now when they see him come down.
Yeah, I think that's an out.
But to pay off the 59 story, Thompson asked Durant how important it is to you, and he said, it's not. I respect the manager. I don't want to take it away. Rob said, the number doesn't mean much to me. You take it. As they await the call here on the field.
I think he's out.
There's 41,000 umpires here behind first base.
Torkelson's already walking back to the dugout.
After review, the call on the field was overturned. The winner is out.
I didn't realize Harper was a pogo stick though.
First base and get that foot down before Torkelson. While it was a bad throw, it was a hell of a play by Harper to extend as high as he can and just beat the foot of Torkelson. 1 out away.
102. Good luck. Ugh. Sounded like a ball.
That's right in the zone. And it goes 1-1. No doubt about it. Pitch that should have been a strike.
Whew. 103.
He's got to take some off so we can see it. That one was at 103.
That one was a ball, but
The 2-1 to Green. Swinging and it's another one.
beat him to the spot.
And that will get this crowd onto its feet to see if they can help carry Durant and the Phillies home.
Fouling off 103. I don't even know how. Why do you need the pitch comm? Just 103. Goodbye. Well, that was fun, guys. Pitchers duel. Christopher Sanchez and Charlie Morton. Trade deadline special. Thanks for hanging. As always, go Braves, champions forever. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps out a lot. Thanks, guys. I will let you know when I'm doing any of these again. But appreciate the support, all the love, and everything. I appreciate y'all hanging. Again, as always, go Braves, champions forever. See y'all on the flip side.
That was a two-pitcher combined Maddox. They threw 96 pitches. Sanchez and Durant.